Hello, my amazing friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with something truly exciting. We are going to talk about how to learn English. I know many of you dream of speaking fluent English, and trust me, this is a dream worth chasing. Learning English is not just about speaking a language. It's about opening new doors, making new friends, landing better opportunities, and building your confidence. And guess what? You don't need to be perfect to start. All you need is the determination to take the first step, and I'm here to walk with you on this beautiful journey. Let's make this fun, easy, and life-changing. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. The first step, building vocabulary and creating sentences. Now, imagine this. You're walking into a big library. Around you are thousands of books filled with words. At first, it feels overwhelming, right? But here's the secret. You don't need to read all the books in one day. You just need to pick a few words at a time and make them your friends. Let's start with something simple. Think about the words you use every day. Words like happy, good, bad, food, water, and house. These are the building blocks of your English. Every single day, pick 5 to 10 new words. But don't just memorize them. Make them part of your life. For example, if you learn the word beautiful, use it in a sentence right away. Say, "The weather is so beautiful today," or "My mom has a beautiful smile." See how easy that is? The word is no longer just a word. It's something you understand and can use. Now, let's make it even more interesting. Instead of focusing on single words, start learning small phrases. For example, how are you? What's your name? Where are you going? These phrases will help you in real conversations. Imagine meeting someone new and confidently saying, "Hi, what's your name?" That's progress. And here's something important. Don't worry about grammar right now. I know many of you are afraid of making mistakes, but think about a baby learning to talk. Do babies think about grammar? No, they just say, "Mama, water, more." You can do the same. Start small and let grammar come naturally over time. The second step, listening and speaking. Now, let me tell you a little story. Imagine you're learning to cook a new dish. You can read the recipe 100 times, but until you actually taste the food, you won't know if it's right. Learning English is the same. Reading and writing are important, but listening and speaking are where the magic happens. Let's start with listening. Think about the things you enjoy: movies, songs, podcasts. Begin with something simple. If you like cartoons, watch Peppa Pig or Dora the Explorer. These shows use simple English that's easy to follow. Or, if you love music, listen to songs like "Shape of You" by Ed Sheeran or "Let It Be" by the Beatles. The goal is to surround yourself with English sounds. But don't stop there. When you hear a sentence, pause and repeat it. For example, if a character says, "I like to eat apples," you say, "I like to eat apples." Copy their pronunciation, their tone, their rhythm. It's like being an actor practicing lines. And here's a fun exercise. Talk to yourself. I know it sounds silly, but it works. Describe what you're doing in English. For example, I'm brushing my teeth now. This toothpaste smells minty. I will make tea after this. You don't need an audience. Just talk. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become. Now, let's say you're shy or nervous about speaking. That's completely okay. Start small. Practice in front of a mirror. Pretend you're talking to a friend. And when you're ready, find a partner. Maybe a friend, a family member, or even someone online. Remember, mistakes are not failures. They're steps toward success. The third step, consistency and thinking in English. Let me ask you something. Have you ever planted a seed? You don't see the plant grow in one day, right? You water it every day, give it sunlight, and wait patiently. Learning English is just like that. It's not about doing a lot in one day. It's about doing a little every day. Here's what you can do. Create a daily routine. Spend just 30 minutes on English every day. For example, morning. Learn 5 new words and write sentences with them. Afternoon. Watch a 10-minute video or listen to a podcast in English. Evening. Talk to yourself or write a short diary entry about your day. This routine will slowly build your confidence and skills. Now, let's talk about a secret trick, thinking in English. This is where the magic really happens. Instead of translating from your native language, try to think directly in English. For example, when you wake up, think, I am waking up now. At first, it might feel strange, but with practice, it will become natural. Start with simple things like, what should I wear today? I need to buy milk from the market. This food tastes delicious. Over time, your brain will get used to it. Swing, and you'll find yourself speaking English more fluently, without even realizing it. The fourth step, immersing yourself in an English environment. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You're living in a place where everything around you is in English. The signs on the streets, the conversations you hear, the books you read, even the ads on TV. That's what immersion feels like. You might not live in an English-speaking country, but you can create your own English world wherever you are. Let's start with something simple. Change your phone's language to English. Every time you open an app, you'll see English. You'll start to notice words like settings, notifications, and search. These small things build your familiarity with the language. Surround yourself with English content. Read English newspapers or online articles, even if it's just the headlines at first. Watch YouTube channels, listen to audiobooks, or follow English-speaking influencers who inspire you. The goal is to hear and see English everywhere so that it becomes natural to you. Label things around your house in English. Write the names of items like door, mirror, fridge, and stick them on the objects. Every time you see them, say the word aloud. For example, when you grab your phone, say, "This is my phone." When you open the fridge, say, "I'm opening the fridge to get water." It might sound simple, but this practice is incredibly powerful. Interact with English speakers. If possible, join online communities. participate in English-speaking forums, or even attend local language meetups. Real-life conversations push you out of your comfort zone and help you think on your feet. The fifth step: practicing through writing. Now, imagine this. You're sitting at a cafe, sipping tea, and writing a letter to your future self in English. You're not worried about mistakes. You're just letting your thoughts flow. Writing is one of the most effective ways to improve your English because it helps you organize your ideas and understand grammar naturally. Start with something simple, like keeping a journal. At the end of every day, write about what happened. For example, today was a busy day. I went to the market and bought fresh vegetables. I also watched a funny video on YouTube. Don't worry about perfect sentences. Just focus on expressing yourself. Over time, your sentences will improve, and you'll start using more advanced words. Another great exercise is to write short stories. Imagine a simple scenario, like a day at the beach or my dream vacation. Use your imagination and have fun with it. For example, it was a sunny day and I walked along the beach with my dog. The waves were calm and the breeze felt amazing. If you want to challenge yourself, write emails or texts in English to friends or colleagues. Even if they don't speak English, you can ask them to reply with simple sentences. The more you write, the more confident you'll feel about forming sentences. Finally, try learning English idioms and using them in your writing. For example, instead of saying, "I worked hard today," you could say, "I burned the midnight oil." This not only improves your vocabulary, but also makes your writing more interesting. The sixth step: understanding and using grammar. Naturally. Let me tell you something about grammar. It's like the skeleton of a language. Without it, words don't have structure. But here's the thing. You don't need to memorize a giant grammar book to use English correctly. Instead, you can learn grammar naturally through examples and practice. For example, let's start with tenses. If you're talking about your daily routine, you'd say, "I wake up at 7 a.m., present tense for habits. If you're talking about yesterday, you'd say, "I woke up at 7 a.m., past tense. Notice the small change? That's all grammar is. Learning to adjust your sentences depending on the time, action, or situation. Here's another example with future tense. Tomorrow, I will meet my friend at the park. The seventh step: how to improve pronunciation. Easily and effectively. Think of pronunciation like learning a new skill, like riding a bicycle. At first it feels strange, but with practice it becomes natural. To improve, first, listen carefully. When you hear someone speak, pay attention to how they say each word. Listening is the most important step because your ears will guide your mouth. Next, copy what you hear. Speak slowly and clearly. Focus on the sounds, not the spelling. If a word feels difficult, break it into smaller parts and practice them. Learn the rhythm of English. Some words or parts of a sentence are louder or longer. This is called stress. Understanding this will make your speech sound natural. Finally, practice every day. Speak out loud, record your voice, and compare it to native speakers. Don't worry about making mistakes. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Remember, improving pronunciation takes time, but every small step makes a big difference. Keep practicing, and you'll get there. The final step. Continuity is your superpower. Learning. English takes time, patience, and most importantly, consistency. Every single day, no matter how small, you must show up. Even if you spend just 10 minutes practicing, those 10 minutes are like drops of water nurturing your language skills. Think about this. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. If yesterday you learned 5 new words, today you can try using those words in sentences. If yesterday you watched a short video in English, today you can watch another and try to imitate the speaker. These tiny steps build into something extraordinary. Create a non-negotiable routine. Let's make it practical. Set a specific time every day for English practice. No excuses. Maybe it's in the morning with your coffee or in the evening before bed. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't skip that, right? In the same way, don't skip your English practice. Track your progress. One of the biggest motivators is seeing how far you've come. Keep a journal of your English journey. Write down new words, phrases, or grammar rules you've learned. For instance, if you learn the word grateful, write grateful, feeling thankful. Example: I am grateful for my supportive friends. After a month, look back and see how much you've improved. That sense of achievement will fuel your motivation to keep going. Turn mistakes into opportunities. Here's a little secret. Every single fluent English speaker has made countless mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. They are proof that you're trying. Celebrate small wins. Learning. English is a long journey, and it's important to celebrate every milestone. Now, my amazing friends, take that first step today. Read one sentence, write one word. You've got speak one phrase because today is the day you start becoming fluent in English. You've got this. Let's make it happen.